You would choose sleeping rather than enjoying.
Yeah, I remember on 31st January night, I was sleeping and suddenly I think it was 12 o'clock and I hear firecrackers. That's how my New Year was.
As this word comes in our mind, it sounds amazing.
Hmm.
Like right now, the life has changed,
Hmm.
uh, changed a lot. I think because responsibilities, we are surrounded with responsibilities. But in childhood, we don't care anything. We don't have to care because we were having parents to care
Right.
about, and we were
Yeah.
not like those kinds.
Carefree.
That much sensible. Good morning, ma'am.
Hello, good morning, Faraz. How are you?
Fine, ma'am. Absolutely fine. What about you?
Good. I'm good too. How was New Year's?
Ma'am, fine. It was very good.
Yeah, great. Okay. So,
And what about
what
you,
did
ma'am?
we? Good. I didn't do anything much.
Okay.
I'm very low key with all of this. I just like sleeping in.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
You would choose sleeping rather than enjoying.
yeah, I remember on 31st January night, I was sleeping and suddenly I think it was 12 o'clock and I hear firecrackers. That's how my New Year was. Yeah,
that that sounds interesting,
yeah,
ma'am. It's weird at times also.
yeah. So, for us, what did we discuss in our previous class?
uh, Ma'am, in previous class with you,
Yes, I think we had a few vocabulary words.
vocab. Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
It was like robotic words were there.
In your session document.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I remember. Did
Yes,
you did
ma'am.
you take them down?
You
Did you write
told.
it down somewhere? Few
Yes,
new
ma'am.
words.
You said new new words.
Yeah, like
No, ma'am. I haven't.
amazing, incredible. Did I not give you words like that?
Incredible. Ma'am, these are in this session or the previous session.
No. Previous
These
session. I'm
vocabs.
asking. I'm asking like what and all did we discuss in our previous sessions?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I sorry, ma'am. I haven't. Actually, I didn't got the time.
Okay, but
It
I
I
remember
know
you
it's an
writing it down.
excuse, but
I
yes,
remember
ma'am.
you
You
writing it down.
actually that was not my copy, ma'am. It
Okay,
was my niece copy. So
okay, okay, fine.
actually, when you told me to go and get, I just snatched that copy from
Book.
her.
Okay, great.
Right now,
So,
I'm having laptop in
right,
front of me to write down.
right. Yeah, so you can
Yes,
type the words down today. Okay,
yes, ma'am.
before we get into that boring part, we will talk about childhood. What is
Oh,
childhood? Today's topic is childhood.
childhood.
So
Yes,
you
ma'am.
tell me
It's
something about your childhood.
ma'am. Childhood, as this word comes in our mind, it sounds amazing.
Hmm.
Like right now, the life has changed,
Hmm.
uh, changed a lot. I think because responsibilities, we are surrounded with responsibilities. But in childhood, we don't care anything. We don't have to care because we were having parents to care
Right.
about, and we were
Yeah.
not like those
Carefree.
that much sensible. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Carefree. Yes, exactly. Carefree. We were, and we were not. We were not thinking about what will happen in future and what's going on. We were enjoying our childhood.
Hmm.
So childhood, my childhood was awesome, and we in my childhood I used to study also, and at the same time I used to play games also. Like my favorite game is cricket. So as I was having 2 3 friends, best friends in my colony. So we used to play cricket with them,
Hmm.
and we enjoyed a lot. And we had other games also. At the same time we played football also, and like indoor games, ludo and carom. we enjoyed a lot in like playing, or we sometimes we used to have group study also. So that childhood was a very enthusiastic, and at the same time it was a phase of learning, you can say.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that was an amazing.
So that was one amazing time.
Yes, ma'am. Amazing time. I think you might also have your
Yeah.
childhood memories like amazing only.
Yeah. But do you feel like you want to go back to childhood or like college days?
mm, like seriously talking, I would like to go back to college days,
Hmm.
because right now, as we are having responsibilities, and life has suddenly changed after the college days. So so as we enjoyed a lot and we had friends who are right now also helping us, and at that time we used to study also, and at the same time we used to bunk classes also.
Yeah.
So that so that's what we I'm remembering right now, as you
Yeah.
said about college days. So
College.
and college days, I think if I've given chance, I would be given chance to go back to childhood or college days. I would choose college days more.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that
Yes, ma'am.
time we were not too young, we were not too old. We were like
Yes,
a
ma'am.
little
We were
slightly
understanding.
mature, but
Matured,
we
yes.
also knew everything. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
The
We also knew everything.
yeah.
And the
But
most
we didn't have responsibility also.
yes, ma'am. We were having responsibility at the same time, as there is so much pressure of where to go, matlab, how many like we have to get a great grades also, so that we can get a great a campus placement
Right.
or a
Right.
good job. So
Right.
there was a pressure, but at the same time, we enjoyed a lot.
Yeah.
Like I said, the most important point was that we used to bunk classes and go go and
Yeah.
enjoy
Yeah.
like playing games or watching movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that was one phase where we knew we had responsibilities, but actually running away from them was a good phase. But today we can't run away from
Yes,
them.
ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am. We can't run away.
yeah.
That's what we keep on thinking that where I came, what is happening with me? Like I'm that those were the days.
And how I
God, please
was, and
take
now
me back.
how I am today. I can't run anywhere.
Yes, ma'am. So much anxiety and depression is there, ma'am, right now.
And the worst part is when we feel like already we are going through a lot in life, and then people older to us are coming and telling us, oh, now you're not even married, there's so much more to see. I'm like, bro, this itself is too much. And then our people who are elder to us are coming and they're like, you have not seen anything in life, there's more to life, this is nothing. And that is like more
Ma'am,
harmful.
like they are actually they have their own experience, but it's not like that. They can say, because everyone's life is different,
No, no,
as we
no.
used to see
In the
in
sense,
insta.
I'm not telling in a bad way. I'm telling that wherever we are as human beings, we tend to think that my problem only is the biggest problem. Everybody else's problem is
Oh,
small. My problem only is big. So when we are in that phase and somebody else comes and tells us that, there's so much more
yes.
in life, you have to be stronger, it feels
Oh,
like, oh, what I'm going through is not even a big thing then. There are bigger things to come.
yes, ma'am.
It
Exactly, ma'am.
feels like that.
Exactly.
Sometimes
We
it's
have to
not very
satisfy with
nice.
that only. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Actually, we keep on thinking that my problem is the biggest one. But
Yeah.
as we used to see on the motivational story on YouTube, then we have to came. I have seen a motivational story where a person were not having legs, both legs were not there. Then also he was not sitting
At
back
home.
alone and waiting for someone to at home and waiting for anyone to feed him. He was going to jungles and he was cutting trees. That was
Mm.
talking for me. So it's a very great motivational story for us. Like we used to think that we are only going through suffering. It's not like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Sometimes.
this will yes, ma'am. This we have to satisfy with ourselves that my problem is not so much.
We should look at people who have more problems than us. Always.
Yes, ma'am. Obviously,
Yeah.
I used to keep on thinking and keep on telling myself that I am having burden. There's so much of responsibility as I'm not having father also, and I'm the only son. So I
Oh.
used to feel burden sometimes. Yes, ma'am. So my problem is the biggest one. But once I just sometimes get anxiety also, and few years ago I was in somewhat depression also when I lost my father 5 years back. So ma'am, at that time I was not talking to anyone. Like I used to be feel like I was feeling that no one is actually my problem is the biggest, and God has given me this, and God has given everything to my cousins, and the problem is that
Only
I
with
am
me.
only the facing. Yes, on why only me? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. That's like
But
one question
now
that
I'm
pops in your
mature
mind
enough
always. Like,
but
why
now
me?
I'm mature enough to accept the fact that everyone's life is different. uh, in once in a life you have different phases, and what I am suffering right now, maybe they will suffer later on. So might be they are going through something else
Hmm.
rather more
They are
difficult.
maybe good at hiding, but everybody
Yes,
is
ma'am, they
going
are
through something.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am. They are maybe
something
they
or
are.
the
Yeah, the
other.
point is that they are good in hiding also, and they have more good moral character also. Like
Hmm.
uh, everyone is not so mentally strong. I think, ma'am.
Yeah, I
I feel
feel
like
like for us to be mentally strong, also, no, we have to be put in a situation where we are mentally weak first. Only then you know,
yes,
okay,
ma'am.
now I have to get stronger. If you never know what, like how weak you are, how will you know how to be strong? Like you have to first be weak to be strong
Exactly.
first.
Point.
Yeah. So
Point, ma'am. Point. Yes.
sometimes it's like, we always keep asking, why me? Why is this always happening to me? Am I that bad? Like am I doing that bad in life? Like why is everything going wrong? But sometimes I feel
Yes,
like
ma'am. Yes.
later on in life, maybe someday we realize that if I had not gone through that bad phase, maybe today I would not be here.
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe in the future we will feel like, okay, fine, it was worth it. Today it's hard, but someday it will be worth it. Yeah.
Someday it will be worth it. Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, I have a question. Ma'am, tell me something about you,
About me.
like what you are doing, what you have done in past, about
Okay.
education background.
Okay. So I am from Chennai. I have
Yes,
done
ma'am.
MBA. I've done my
MBA.
MBA.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
recently finished. I finished my MBA. Then I started a small business of my own. It's like an Instagram business. And then I started doing fashion designing because I'm very into fashion. So I started doing fashion designing side by side. And then I wanted a source of earning also. So then I started doing Clapingo. It's like a part-time thing. Clapingo is a part-time thing. And then I do my fashion, and then I do that small business thing. So my day is packed because I feel like sometimes when you want to run away from your problems, the best thing is to be busy
Yes,
and
ma'am.
not have the time to
Exactly.
think. Yeah,
You won't be having time to think. Yes, ma'am.
yeah. But
When you sit alone, then you keep on
yeah,
thinking that
but at some
something
point
will be
I
running in your mind.
yeah, but at some point I realized you don't have to think about all your problems, but you should not run away from them as well. That also I have realized that at one point you should sit and face that yeah, this is what I'm going through. This is my problem. I'm weak. Like you have to accept it sometimes. You can't always run
Have
from your
Ye-
problems.
Yes, ma'am. I have observed that you have to be your own motivational speaker.
Yeah, yeah, always.
Like you are telling, you can't run away from responsibilities. So,
Yeah, yeah. You
exactly.
have to like stand and deal with them.
Yes, ma'am. You can't run away because running away is also not an option. That will also create a more panic, I think.
Yeah. So I just
Mm.
hope God actually gives us the strength to get out of it stronger.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. I think I have heard in phrases also in sentences like God don't God tests the person with his capability only, under his capability, within his limits.
Yeah. Yeah. We feel like
He
it's
won't
too
give
much
you.
for us, but actually, at that point is when God is making us stronger. Like, even we don't realize we are capable of handling that. But after a point, when we look back, we feel like, did I handle that? Did I actually go through
Yes.
that and come here? So it's just nice. I feel like after a certain point, you just have to leave it on God. That is the most difficult part. Like, you might not have answers to questions like why, how, what is happening, but still to blindly trust that
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
okay. It's okay, my God knows what he's putting me through. That is very difficult. That is like,
Yes, ma'am.
you need to have a lot of guts to actually do that.
Yes, ma'am. We have to accept, and actually, the problem is that we keep on comparing. The problem is there when
Hmm.
we keep on comparing with others' life. Like sometimes we used to follow influencers on Instagram, like P2C. They are traveling to
Oh,
Abu Dhabi. They
Instagram
are
is the
traveling to
biggest lie. Instagram is
Canada.
the biggest lie of the life.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have realized this very recently that everything around us is like
Like
the biggest lie,
like in
biggest lie.
software, we say that there is a front end and back end. So they are
Yeah,
showing only the
funding.
front side of themselves.
And
And
yeah,
what kind of coding it gets to make a front page influencing, that makes sense. That's
yeah,
difficult.
yeah, yeah. Because I know a lot of my friends who started their own thing on Instagram because Instagram became the new business platform after a certain
I think,
point.
ma'am, I have seen your page on Instagram.
My page, my
Yes,
page
ma'am, I
is
think
private. You can't
it's
see my page.
private.
Yeah, you can't see my
Okay.
page. Yeah.
Like it was somewhat fashion equipments, like it was made of silk wool, like it was like that, I think.
That is my fashion page. Yeah, yeah. That's my fashion page.
Yes,
Yeah,
fashion page actually. Yes.
yeah. So,
Like the place is from where you belong is start from P. I am not able to pronounce that. Address was from P, I think. In Chennai only.
I did not put any kind
So
of address.
okay, maybe I visited some other page.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.